Miss Jill. So it's a video for Awana, and what we're going to do is we're going to show you a video first about obedience. So let's see if Miss Mary can obey God's law, even when it's difficult. Let's see how she reacts when someone is nice to her.
Hi, Mom. You want some candy?
Oh, Casey, that's so nice, and it's my
favorite.
And that's why you're my favorite.
So it's easy when someone's nice to you, right? Let's see what happens when someone's not so nice to Miss Mary.
Boy, that makes me mad. She always does stuff like that. I am so angry with her. I think next time she wants to come over to my house to eat, I am not going to let her. Maybe I'll put something bad in it, like pepper.
So Miss Mary did not make a good choice, did she? If she would have asked God for help. Maybe she would have had made better choices, right? So let's see if she can make a better choice this time, asking for God's help.
Hey, Casey, Mom's coming. We're going to dump some water on her.
Why?
Because it'll be fun.
It's a prank. That
Yeah.
sounds like fun. Let's do it. Where are we going? It's not as fun when she knows it's going to happen.
Ah! Ah! Oh, I'm so angry about that. But I know that God wants me to love people and forgive people. And I want to be obedient to Him. And besides, I kind of am the one that taught them how to act like that. So I should forgive them. Hey, girls.
Yeah?
That was a really funny joke.
Yeah, it was.
But could you please never do that again?
Sure.
Okay.
Hi guys. Welcome to Quarantine Awanas. I'm Casey and I'm Shay. And we're going to talk about the fifth commandment.
What's the fifth commandment?
You don't know what the fifth commandment is?
Sorry.
It's to obey your parents and honor them.
What does that mean?
To respect them and listen to them the first time, not the fifth time, especially when you're locked in the house for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That will end very badly.
Especially if you want to survive.
If you want to survive this, listen to your parents. It's
The
important.
first time, kids. First time.
So, do you guys know what you can do to honor your parents besides listening? Do you know?
I don't know.
Like respecting what they say and saying, yes, ma'am, yes, dad, yes, mom. Do you know why God gives us parents?
To protect us?
And to love us and care for us. And that's what He does with us. He loves us and He keeps us safe no matter what. Okay, so I'm going to read a Bible story that talks about when Jesus obeyed His parents.
Wasn't that all the time?
It was all the time, but this is just an example.
Okay.
All right, so it's found in Luke 2:41 through 52. So, every year, Jesus' parents went to Jerusalem for the festival of the Passover. When he was 12 years old, they went up to the festival according to the custom. After the festival was over, while his parents were returning home, the boy Jesus stayed behind in Jerusalem, but they were unaware of it. Thinking he was in their company, they traveled on for a day. Then they began looking for him among their relatives and friends. When they did not find him, they went back to Jerusalem to look for him. After 3 days, they found him in the temple courts, sitting among the teachers, listening to them and asking them questions. Everyone who heard him was amazed at his understanding and his answers. When his parents saw him, they were astonished. His mother said to him, "Son, why have you treated us like this? Your father and I have been anxiously searching for you." "Why were you searching for me?" he asked. Didn't you know I had to be in my father's house?" But they did not understand what he was saying to them. Then he went down to Nazareth with them and was obedient to them. But his mother treasured all these things in her heart, and Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man. Can you imagine being lost for 3 days?
Yeah.
And not even knowing it?
And your parents not being around? I mean, that sounds pretty cool to me.
I think that would be kind of scary. Because then you're on your own. What are you going to do without your parents? They protect you and love you and keep you safe.
True. They do.
It's true. So when they found Jesus, they said, "Why have you done this to us?" They were probably scared to death because they loved him so much. Right?
Yep.
It's like when Grace got lost in
Oh yeah, when she
that
ran
amusement
away
park.
in Florida. Luckily you weren't there. So
Yeah, I was going down the big water slide.
yeah, that I couldn't go down.
So, and then they said, "Come on, we're going home, let's go." Did he argue?
No?
Did he whine and stomp and throw himself on the ground?
Nah, he was like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, he was nice and respectful and honored his parents and said, "Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Let's go home." And that's a good example because I know sometimes when you're out with friends or doing something you like, you don't want to go home. And if your parents tell you to come, you hide or run away. And sometimes that's fun, but the better outcome is to listen to your parents because then you won't get in an argument
Or in trouble, or
in
grounded.
trouble, and it'll be so much more peaceful when you get home. And your parents will love you. Well, they love you all the time, but they will love that you did that for them because that's honoring and respectful to them. So the Bible verse we have is, "Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right." Ephesians 6:1. So we're talking about honoring and obeying and listening. When Grace got lost at that amusement park, she didn't listen and stay where she was supposed to. So she got lost, and she was afraid and scared, and so was our mom.
Yes, so my mom was patching up my knee and she said, "Grace, stay here right in front of the chair." And my mom turned and was fixing my knee and turned around and Grace was gone. So she was freaking out because Grace wandered away and we couldn't find her. We were searching for a little while and then we decided to pray about it, and this police officer came walking up to us and said, "Hey, we found a little girl. She's over here." So in the end, we ended up finding Grace.
But it would have been a better situation if she stayed and listened to what Mom said. Even if she didn't want to, sometimes, well, most of the time, our parents, and all the time, God knows
right.
what's best for us.
And that's like us when we wander away from God because we don't want to listen to Him or don't want to obey what He's telling us to do. And sometimes He asks us to stay in a position or spot where we don't necessarily want to be, but there's a reason why we're there, and we just have to trust that God's got us and He'll protect us through whatever we're going through.
Yeah, because God knows everything, and He knows what's best. And if you listen to Him the first time, you'll save a lot of time and heartache and panic, and it'll be better for everyone, and you'll be able to serve Him better because you're listening to Him. So, if you have questions or want to talk about it with your family or your siblings, you can do that. And there's also going to be an attachment with this video where you can ask questions in there as well. So, we hope you guys are having a fun quarantine. Remember, if you want to survive, listen to your parents. It's important. And it'll make your life easier, and Mom and Dad will be happy. So, obey your parents. And have fun being at home away from school. Bye, guys!